program. What were the nerves like hitting your opening tee shot here compared to what you normally do on the basketball court?
I don't get nervous for basketball, but I got a little nervous for this because I don't want to hit anybody, but honestly, I'm just trying to have fun.
All right, so to start things off, let's talk about the crowd. It was early, around 7 a.m., and already packed with fans excited to watch something amazing happen.
Golf media is pumped about Caitlin Clark, as they should be. So many more new fans are going to be tuning in to golf who never would have otherwise.
What's wild is Caitlin Clark's golf moments are completely shutting down her critics. They tried to downplay her skill, but she's simply too talented. She stepped onto a golf course, a totally new sport for someone famous for ruling basketball, and completely proved them wrong. Honestly, fans and even her doubters were shocked by her strength and smooth technique. She was playing beside legends like Annika Sorrento and Nelly Korda, and she looked fantastic. Every single shot was perfect, sending a clear message to anyone who questioned her. It proves her talent has no limits. She isn't only a basketball star anymore. She's a multi-sport force. And now everyone in the golf world is paying attention to her.
Me and one of my teammates versus two of them, and we'd go play Twilight every day after practice, and it would just be so fun. And we'd go talk about it, talk crap the next day at practice. That's what made it so fun.
And it would just be so fun. And we would talk about it, joke around the next day at practice. That's what made it so enjoyable. Listen, people lined up really early just to catch a glimpse. By 7 a.m. those stands were packed, all waiting to watch Caitlin Clark's very first tee off. And wow, she delivered. She crushed this strong, steady drive straight down the course, and the applause was immediate. It completely showed natural athlete. Everyone in that crowd could sense it. Something exciting was about to happen when she stepped onto that green, and she truly did not let any of them down.
Participating in this LPGA Pro-Am is just going to bring so many more eyes because everything she does brings eyes, especially to a basketball
Now
court.
Picture this.
But even when
she isn't even a professional golfer, but every shot, every single one showed her focus and ability to adjust. That's what her fans admire and what her critics can't stand. She was hitting tough shots, sinking smooth putts. Her approach to each hole was so calm and controlled, and it was amazing watching her stay level with seasoned champions. With every swing, it felt like she was changing what people expected, making you think about how far her talent could really go. Honestly, people began whispering to each other because she wasn't just trying golf. She was completely dominating.
It's going to be huge. That's why they expanded the coverage around it, and that's why you see, some of the talking heads in the golf space getting really excited because they know what's about to come down this week once Caitlin Clark tees.
And check this out. Caitlin showing on the course definitely didn't leave rivals like Angel Ree and A.A. Wilson very pleased. Her basketball skill already set the standard incredibly high, but this surprising golf ability now adds a completely new layer to the legacy she continues to build.
About being a leader in their space, whether it was sport, whether it's business, whatever it is. I think that was what's so cool about it. And obviously getting to sit next to Annika on stage is pretty special for my...
Her critics probably never expected this, right? Caitlin succeeding in another sport. It's more than just a talent. It's the full Caitlin Clark effect happening again. Her fans get so excited, it leaves her doubters feeling completely pushed aside. Competing with her in basketball is one thing, but when she begins shining in new sports, she turns into an almost unbeatable force. Her golf showing sent shockwaves through the whole sports world, drawing attention far beyond the course itself. For fans, it simply proved her amazing versatility, but for her critics, it felt like an unavoidable moment. It wasn't only her physical talent, it was also her calm and steady presence. Totally comfortable out there. Her ease under pressure even brought comparisons to well-known golfers, especially with such a huge crowd watching. Honestly, it looked like Caitlin was meant for this.
Trying to think of who else maybe could play today, especially in women's sports, that would create this kind of attention. Current player. And I mean, the true buzz that Caitlin Clark has shown across the entire sports world in such a short period of...
The crowd's reaction, wow, it was much more than simple admiration. There was a real feeling of pride in the air. People weren't just watching Caitlin Clark, the basketball star, test out golf. They were seeing Caitlin Clark, the athlete, truly push limits and grow her influence right in front of them. With every clean stroke, the excitement around her kept rising. And for her critics, it must have felt like they were watching her climb to a level where trying to compete with her or even challenge her was becoming completely impossible.
I know that you work really hard in the offseason. You said yesterday you're always trying to get better. What's the thing that you're working on this offseason?
I think, honestly, besides the actual basketball skill part of it, I think getting stronger, that's what I'm focusing on. I'm in the weight room a lot. Just building that strength. Obviously, it was hard going right from the college season to the professional season. You know, we've spent a lot of time in the weight room.
So as she moved from hole to hole, basketball fans began talking about her even more than usual, excited by everything she was doing.
I'm sure she's going to get quite a
Free
few
lessons.
from Nelly. Maybe, fine tune that part of it. But
Like that
I
plan.
mean, you're an athlete. You're used to crowds, and I'm sure you play better under pressure.
Now her critics, the ones who tried to dismiss her impact on the basketball court, faced a much bigger issue. She was rising in every sport. Caitlin wasn't only about basketball anymore. She was everywhere. And honestly, each new success just made it tougher for them to keep up with her growing reputation. Plus, her natural charisma shined through with all the support she received. Every fan she greeted, every autograph she handed out, and those encouraging gestures from golf legends like Annika Sonnentum, all of it kept lifting Caitlin's status even higher.
That idiot Angel Reese is trying so hard to latch on to Caitlin Clark by being the heel and then crying about it. You all did this. You all called her a white bitch constantly.
Watching her do all this, her rivals likely realized this was the biggest challenge yet. It was becoming very clear what she could accomplish. The room for anyone trying to tear her down was getting smaller. Her influence was creating a whole new standard. Her dominance wasn't only about her great skill. It was also her ability to win people over, shift opinions, and set a pace her critics simply couldn't match.
Caitlin Clark is becoming the best player, not because she's white, because she's that good. She's having Larry Bird impact. She's been the driving force of the hottest team in the entire league, despite her record turnovers. Why? Because she's that good. She's legit good. She's colorblind good. She's guilt-free good. She's apolitically good.
With each swing and every second she stayed in the spotlight, Caitlin Clark was showing what a truly adaptable athlete looks like today.
Caitlin Clark has been the best thing, the most dominant thing. Remember, there's been good players come out of college, but nobody really cared. We'd seen it. Nobody really cared.
The truth is, she wasn't just testing a new sport. She was completely excelling, turning into a standout, and that made an impact her critics couldn't ignore. It became their reality check. They couldn't slow Clark's rise, especially near the final holes. Fans were gathered around every green, and social media exploded with clips of her top shots. Her influence was unmistakable. Truly, reporters, analysts, and even pro golfers were all impressed by how fast Caitlin picked up this sport. Her performance was motivating for her fans, and honestly for anyone who appreciates standout athletic skill. It was clear she wasn't there just to display ability. She was there to show she can succeed anywhere she decided to focus her energy.
If she would not have joined the WNBA, these numbers would not be the way that they are with or without her, right? So it's not about Caitlin Clark not being in the finals or being in the finals. It's the fact that Caitlin Clark is in the league that is allowing other teams to still have these pretty decent ratings in the finals.
That rising respect for Caitlin, especially with her golf success, created major pressure for her critics. And it went far beyond simple compliments. Her rivalry with Angel Reese and Wilson had mostly lived on the basketball court, but now they were watching her win people over and grab headlines in a totally different sport. With each smooth swing, the story they tried shaping about her kept falling apart because Caitlin was redefining what it means to achieve success across multiple sports. She wasn't just participating. She was proving she could shine anywhere and completely shift expectations.
Caitlin Clark is doing the right thing, rising above all of the crap that she's had to endure. Caitlin Clark was worried about playing the game, and that is why she got Rookie of the Year. She was not worried about the beat.
Angel and Aja ended up in a really difficult position, right? They were struggling to keep pace with Caitlin on the basketball court, and now she was setting huge new standards in a sport they probably never even considered.
As we get ready to go back in 2025, you got a new coach, Stephanie White. What are you most looking forward to?
I'm excited. I think, obviously our goal of reaching the playoffs last year we accomplished, but now, we want to be a championship contender. I think we're putting in the pieces to be able to do that. Hopefully add some free agents, and you can just feel the excitement in the whole organization and in the city, our fans. So honestly, I can't wait to get back out there. I wish we had a game tomorrow.
Look, from a critic's point of view, Caitlin's success in multiple sports didn't just make her fan favorite. It turned her into a serious threat. Instead of only showing off her athletic skill, Caitlin was building a legacy that left her opponents completely on edge. While Rhea and Wilson worked to keep their basketball spots, Caitlin's rise, especially once she stepped into golf, became almost impossible to stop. To her fans, she was far more than a regular competitor. She was proof of pure determination, amazing adaptability, and a drive too strong to be limited by just one sport.
I think a lot of things that me and Annika said is we share a lot of the same values, and I think that's really cool, being driven, but so do they at the same time. Like, obviously we're, professional athletes or played sport or whatever it was, but at the same time in their lives, it all relates. And I think people at times forget that. We're real humans too, and we're driven by the same.
Caitlin Clark, with a growing presence, was clearly a force no one could hold back. She had gone far beyond basketball, reaching a point where her rivals were basically watching helplessly from the sidelines, unsure what to do as her final shots dropped and the crowd exploded with loud applause, excitement, and complete admiration.
Such a bittersweet end to a phenomenal rookie season that Caitlin Clark had. And it honestly got me to just reflecting on this season. And it sucks that so much of it was riddled with so much drama and so much negativity and so many mishaps that the WNBA had throughout the entire.
By this stage, fans had truly sensed the intensity Caitlin brought. They weren't just rooting for her anymore. They were deeply connected to her success. As Caitlin reached the final few holes, her focus and talent stayed sharp, proving her impressive competitive nature. Every swing was clean, every putt was carefully planned, and each moment added to her growing image as an unstoppable athlete. With each hole she played, the crowd's excitement kept building, turning what was supposed to be a relaxed golf outing into something that felt more like a title event. Caitlin thrived off that energy, soaking in the cheers and making every single shot feel thrilling. At the same time, fans flooded social media with clips of her best swings and smooth putts, calling her performance unbelievable and completely unexpected. Sports experts quickly joined in, with some even suggesting that Caitlin's natural ability could make her one of the biggest multisport athletes ever. Her golf debut stirred so much attention, it felt like her name was everywhere. And for critics like Angel Rhea and A.A. Wilson, this moment had to hit hard. Their rivalry with Caitlin had always lived on the basketball court, where they tried to match her dominance. But now Caitlin was shifting the entire narrative, expanding her reach in ways they never imagined. She wasn't only outperforming them anymore,